What's up everybody, this is Yair and welcome to your top 10 drawings for this week. Okay, so let's get down to it. We are going to start with number 10, Jonathan. So what I like about this drawing is Jonathan managed to keep the right proportions of Gohan from top to bottom. We can see that the arms are in very good proportions, as well as the hair, the face and the legs. And the best thing in my opinion is he managed to capture Gohan's fierce look. Whenever you're drawing a character, you always need to put more attention to the face. Awesome, so now for some quick tips regarding the coloring. I can see that you colored outside of the line in a lot of places, like this one here, right there, and here in the hair as well. So my advice to you is try to take the coloring process with more care and more patience, and you should put more attention to details regarding the inking process, like here in the ear, the hair, and especially the hands. But overall, pretty good drawing, good job Jonathan, and we are going to move to number 9. So we got this drawing of Zoro made by Luis, and what I love about this drawing is the inking process was done with a lot of care. You can see that the lines are pretty clean. I also love the aura you gave him that makes him pops out more, and you also managed to keep the right proportions. So some quick tips: I recommend you to work more on the hands. This line should be straighter and this area should be wider. And you might want to use color pencils for these areas right there and try to blend the aura to the background. And please, when you send me your drawings, try to take a picture of the entire drawing and not cut it like that. So well done Luis, and we are moving to number 8. In number 8 we got Future Trunks made by David. So what I like about this drawing is the proportions and the details. If we'll zoom in to the hand, we can see that the fingers are drawn very good. He managed to capture Trunks' fierce look. So some quick tips: I can see that you used an HB pencil and a black color pencil, but you still could have done a much better job about the coloring. For example, just put more layers of the same color and then you'll get a much darker look. So you can put more layers in this area as well, and of course right there and here, the shadow from the hair. But overall I really like this drawing. Good job David, and we are moving to number 7. So in number 7 we got the drawing of Yahav, and I really like the proportions and the details of this drawing. We can also see that the coloring is done very good. The fist is very accurate and the face of course looks very good. But I'm sure we can all agree that the aura seems off compared to the drawing itself. So what I suggest to you Yahav is to work more on the auras separately so you can improve your skills. If you want, you can watch one of my tutorials on how to draw the auras, and I'm sure you can do a much better job. But overall, a very good drawing. Okay, and in number 6 we got this drawing by Ajit, and I must tell you I really love this drawing style. If we look closely, he doesn't seem like the actual Goku Black from the series, but Ajit still managed to capture his evil persona, and I think the aura looks pretty amazing. There is not much blending in this area, but this is a choice Ajit made and it looks pretty awesome, I must say. If I can give you some tips, I would suggest you to work more on the hands and the fingers, like this area right there and this whole area too. But overall I really like this drawing, so good job Ajit. And we are moving to number 5. Okay, and in the 5th place we got Gustavo, who made this drawing of Naruto and Sasuke. As you can tell, he managed to keep the right proportions of the body, and I also like the job he made of the faces. It's not that easy to draw two characters and manage to keep the right proportions of both of them, and he also did a great job regarding that. So some quick tips: in my opinion, you should work more on your coloring skills. Try to avoid all those white areas. The coloring seems kinda rushed, and I know you can do much better than that. But really good job on this drawing. And we are moving to number 4, Cat Destroyer. This is a very good drawing of Zamasu. You managed to keep the right proportions of the body and to capture his facial expressions. I also like the aura you gave him, it looks really cool. And I also pay attention to the highlights, which adds a lot to your drawing. So really I think this is a very good drawing. My tips to you is keep drawing, keep improving, cause you obviously know what you are doing. And now we are ready for the top 3 drawings. So in the 3rd place we got this drawing by Javi that you already saw in my critique video. So I really liked what you did with Goku and Vegeta. You gave them the outfit from Resurrection F. You managed to keep the right proportions. Your inking is done very good. I really love the aura you gave them using colored pencils. I can see that you pay attention to details cause your coloring is very good as well. If I can give you some tips regarding this drawing, is the shape of the face in this area, and obviously what we already discussed regarding Gogeta. But overall a really good drawing, great job Javi, but please next time send me a much bigger picture with a better quality. And in the 2nd place we got Jose. Okay, so this is a very good drawing of Goku in all of his stages from Dragon Ball to the end of Dragon Ball Z. We can see that Jose pay attention to details. The proportions are very good, the hair is drawn very good, and he also managed to keep a nice gradient look to the coloring. I only wish that this picture was in a much better quality, but overall a very good job Jose, you should be proud of yourself. What I recommend to you is try to put more contrast in the shadow of the faces, cause this is very bright. Okay, and we are ready for the number 1 drawing. So in the 1st place we got Conrad, who drew Team 7 with Iruka Sensei, of course. So what I really love about this drawing is the coloring, which is extremely well. We can see that he managed to get a nice gradient look. He put emphasis on every part. I really liked how you colored the hair as well, with a nice gradient effect. And of course you drew 5 characters in the same place and you managed to keep the right proportions for the most part. If I can give you some quick tips, I would tell you to work more on the hands, especially this hand of Naruto, as it seems he has 6 fingers if I'm seeing right. And please buy a better camera so you can send me this drawing with a much bigger quality. I think this is the main lesson of today. Buy a better camera. Okay, so this sums our first top 10 drawings video. Thanks for sending me your drawings, everybody. If you're wondering why you're not on the list, don't worry, cause I'm gonna upload another top 10 drawings video next week. Tomorrow I'm gonna upload another video with a slideshow of over 300 drawings you sent me this week, and I must say you did a very good job, so make sure to check that out. Don't forget to share this video and give me a thumbs up, and as always, keep being awesome, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!